Alrighty.
Hi guys, this is our fifth time recording this. So once again, give your teachers a big round of applause if you liked any single lesson that they delivered online. This was not the easiest thing in the world for us.
Dude, COVID was so painful. Okay. Today's practice was a little confusing at the end, especially during gameplay when we were thinking about, well, when do we transition? When is it a free ball, defense, all those kind of things, and making decisions in or like game time decisions. So we're gonna go over things a little bit better. With diagrams, and it'll just kind of help. So anytime we're in practice or you're confused, you can look back on this. Also, feel free to like kind of ask us questions as we go. If sorry, write down questions that you still have at the end or during this, and then you can come ask us them at practice, and it'll make it a little bit easier for us to explain things. Cool. So key focus points. So we run a 6-2 in our perfect system. So that's where we have six hitters on the court. All of you have a chance to hit, and we have two setters. So when our right side is front row, they're a right side, they're just a hitter. And when they're back row, they're a setter. So our middles will always play in five when they're back row, and in three when they're front row. Outsides will always play in six when they're back row, six back, and then four when they're front row. And then we'll be in setters will be in one in back row, and the right sides will be in two in our front row. So we'll call the back row setter our setter, and we'll call the front row setter our right side. But the same thing applies, it doesn't really switch. Okay, we're gonna go over free balls versus defense and what decisions we make when, or what do we see that allows us to make that decision. So, when are we choosing to transition for a free ball? It's when the opponent is passing or sending a ball over, or they're putting over an easy down ball where they're not moving a lot. Like it's standing, it's obvious they're hitting a down ball, we can get stopped in time to dig it. Base thing, everybody needs to be yelling free all the time. Pros even do it.
They still do it to this day.
Yeah.
It's just part of the game, and it's just part of getting your system into that transition that we need.
Yeah. So our back row setter is going to penetrate into two and a half front row. Our right side is going to come off on the outside of them, get ready to pass, and then that's kind of that setter right side switch. While that is happening and the right side is coming off the net, the left side and the middle are also coming off the net, which we can see here. So this is diagram 1A. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna move it over. Cool. So this is your starting defensive positioning. So our right side's at the net, middle, left side also at the net, and then meter, 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 left side six back. Cool. So as we can see with the arrows, our left side and our middle are just going to come back nice and easy. You're ready to pass any free balls that come in the front row. My right side, you're coming off. It's a little bit harder for you. You have anything over here. You also have this kind of back section. Anything you can take here, please take. Awesome. Our setter is going to come through on the inside track. Our right side's going to go on the outside. This makes it easier for our setter to turn so that their body is facing our passers and the rest of the players so that we can see that pass and then move if we need to. Do we see how the middle here is coming off and that left side is coming up? So now when we move to our actual positions, we're here. So our left side and our middle are ready to pass all of these front balls. Our setter is ready for this. Our right side's back. And now our middle and our left side are splitting the court and trying to just take half side. Cool. Now, after this left side digs this ball, it's really important that you get outside so that you can actually hit and have your full approach. Yeah, and then our middles will either run a 50 or whatever system we're running at that point. Coolio. So yeah, that's diagrams 1A and 1B. If you ever need to go back to that, that's totally fine. But our front row, left side, middle, and right side are gonna get off the net, and then our back row is gonna split the backcourt. We'll also be yelling free ball on the sidelines, so don't worry.
Yeah, we'll
But
help you lots.
yeah, cool. Defense. So when the hitters are actually hitting, or if we're like, damn, that kid has a really good down ball, and we'll tell you stay and play defense on those. Now, our blockers probably won't block on the down balls, but they will when the kids are up in the air, if that makes sense. But the back row will stay the same. Cool. So we're gonna go over diagrams 2A, 2B, and 2C, which are down here. Can I make this smaller? No, that's okay. Nice. Okay. Cool. 2A. So this is when their left side is hitting.
And you guys have done a drill. We've done lots of
We've
drills
done lots of drills on
that have
this.
explained this. We're just giving you a nice diagram to really kind of visualize it.
Right. So this kind of helps with seeing what is my job and what am I taking. So again, we're in our base positions, meter, meter, and six back. Now, our middle's going to come over and help block. Our front left side is going to come off and get ready for any of those tips. So that's tip digging. Our setter's going to get off with their right foot on the line. Our middle is right outside of that block. Left sides, if you can see here, ideally this gray space is what the block is taking. Now, at times there's going to be a hole in the block in between the arms. So if our arms are up like this, there's going to be a hole.
They can be
If you can
if we're
see,
late.
yeah, if you see this hole, step into it behind it, about right here, and take one step up. Now, if there's no hole, then your job is to chase anything down these deep corners. Cool, which is all said right here. So if you ever are worried about what our defense looks like, just go back to this. Also, these lanes, these green lanes, this is the lanes that you're taking. So remember, we don't want to play defense right beside each other because is it my ball? Is it his ball? It gets really confusing. Versus if you're all staggered, well, that has to be my ball. There's no one else to take it. So just make sure if you're supposed to be further back, you can see the players that are in front of you. Nice. Same thing when the middle is hitting. Now, because as you guys have seen, you guys as setters like to tip the ball and dump the ball, which is great. Other teams are also going to do that. So this left side, I want you actually to be a little bit inside to avoid where this arrow is actually starting. You're going to be here and ready for dumps. Because you're already ready to block, it's a lot easier for you to come over and help the middle. Versus that right side has all the time for that big outside set to go over, so they're focused on other things. So this left side, you're going to be here. You're going to help block with the middle. So you two are over here. Notice that the block shading is a little bit more to the left. It's just because there's two of you on that side. Now, middles, you're going to step up. Your job is to get any of the tips over here or anything kind of in the pot to this level. So you kind of have this big area. If a middle is capable of hitting something hard this way, we'll adjust. But for now, this is what we want to do. Right sides are going to come off for tip defense again, like any other time you're front row and you're not blocking. Now, setters, you're not going to move up as much. You're going to move back or sideways and in. You're just outside of the block and you're getting ready to dig a ball with your hands especially. You have tip diggers here and here, so you have that hard ball. Remember, as a right side, it's a lot easier to hit cross court versus line. And so because of that, hard balls are going to come this way a lot more. And for our left side, you're going to step to your right because again, the hard balls are probably going to come this way. But you're not going to go too far because you got to be able to chase all of the deep corner. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, let us know. But that's our base defense for middles. We haven't practiced that as much as the pins, but it's pretty simple. Same exact things for left side hitting, or sorry, the right side hitting. I should have switched that. Is it's basically the same. The one difference is again, because we have right sides hitting, they're gonna want to hit cross court more than line. And so we're gonna take a little bit more cross. And this defender, I'm actually gonna switch it. They're a little high here, are actually gonna be about here. Um, right sides, you're all, or sorry, six back, you're also gonna shift more to the right. Because if they're hitting that way and it goes off the blocker's hands, it's going to go further over to this corner. So if you see the seam in the block, yes, step into it, but if not, you're going to shift a little bit more to the cross than we typically do. Now, for my middles who are playing defense in five, when you get back and you get your left foot on the line, I really want you to think about what that hitter's capable of. A lot of hitters aren't going to be hitting straight down at your feet,
Or
making
even
it
hard.
right. It's going to be deeper, it's going to be a little bit softer, or it's going to be a tip. So when you're playing defense, I really want you to focus on getting stopped with your hands up in case you need to cut it off, but you're also still going to be able to run for that tip ball. But yeah, same thing. This person in one, my setter, you're going to be ready for any of the tips in this area also. Nice. So you guys know what now your defense and your free ball transitioning looks like and where you guys all go. Um, but just remember, you should all be yelling free. And if you hear one person yell free, if you agree with that and you go, oh, yes, I realize it is a free ball, you yell it also. And if not, you go, stay, 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 stay. And that's totally fine. Cool. The next thing that we had a little bit of controversy about today was our serve receive switch outs. So, when do we switch? What happens if we can't switch? Where do I go? So, for my right sides and my setters, I want you to put two hats on when you're on the court. When it's going to be I'm a right side and I'm front row and I'm a hitter, or it's going to be I'm a setter. I really want you to remember if you're front row or back row because it makes a lot of differences. So if you're back row, you are a setter, and my job is to touch that second ball no matter what, unless I call help and someone else is in a better position. If I'm front row and my setter can't get to a ball, or there's a really fast pass at me, then yes, I am a setter and I'm going to throw it up. Julio, yes. So ideally, You're going to be in whatever rotation you're in. There's actually only one rotation where serve receive affects us switching out. So I'm going to go to it really quick. Cool. So this position where our setters are in 1. So we're just going to go over for setters in 1, 6, or 5 because those are the only 3 that we have. If our setter is in 6, what's going to happen is this left side is going to come back. Sorry, setter is in 1. Our left side is going to come back this way. And then our right side and our middle are going to stack. So it's going to look like this. So my setter is behind my left side. They're on the right side because we want them to run this way because my left side needs to pass. My middle and my other left side are passing. They're in their right positions. My right side and my middle over here. Middles, you're going to get ready to run any short balls. Any short balls that are over here, you're going to take. Right sides, any short balls over here, you're going to take. As my setter is running up. And then you're just going to hit your ball for the first one. So my left side is going to move up this way to hit. My right's going to go back. And then we just hit our 3 lanes. Now, the confusing thing is, well, my right side's over here and my left side's over here. So what happens when the ball goes over? So after we pass set and we hit the ball over, we need to assess if we have enough time to get to our actual positioning. So typically our left side says it. That's like what I was taught growing up. All of you have the ability to just say stay, and that's totally fine. If you hear someone say stay, you stay because there's no one else to take that spot.
Yeah, they made the call.
Right. So, in this situation, if I'm the right side, I'm just going to put my hand out, look at my teammate, and go, stay, stay, stay,
Stay.
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 And then you're just going to stay there for the rest of the point. And that's totally fine. You guys
Unless
can,
someone calls switch. It's the same thing.
yeah, same thing. Like if they have enough a high enough pass and you want to switch, switch, that's fine. But like typically, if you yell stay, you just stay for the rest of the point, and
Yeah.
that's okay. Nice. Front row. So that's the only rotation where we should be, if we have to still yell stay, we will. That's for front row. Back row, you should almost always be able to switch. So my middle is going to go up to 5. This left side is going to go back, and then my center is going to go to meter in 1.
Yeah.
But again, if for some odd reason, back row, we need to stay where we are, just yell stay, tell that person to go back. That's fine.
Just a side note, if you guys ever do start watching professional games and national level games, you might even realize that some teams, just like Japan, play the libero in 6. So if you look at this rotation right now, the advantage would be that your libero and your power don't have to move anymore. They don't have a big pipe, so those are things, variations that you can always consider.
Yeah. If you're ever like, the libero's in 6, it differs per team, but most of the time, so that that left side can hit that pipe ball. Once you guys get older, the middle slash libero will play in 5.
Yeah.
Cool. Again, setter in 6. We're gonna push up our right side. Okay, this front left side, L2, is gonna come back, and M2 is gonna slide into the middle. So I actually wrote this wrong where the right side's to the left of the setter. We're actually gonna have the right side over here because they're immediately gonna run over here so that they can hit the right side ball.
Yeah.
L2 is gonna run out so that they have their outside hit, and this middle is gonna slide to the left so that they can hit their middle ball
Yes. Earlier we had you guys for the middles go to the T line.
over here.
I found that when I was younger, not having that tall friend, if my friends were taller, blocking that kind of airspace and blocking us from being able to see the ball was very useful. Um, it doesn't matter. Like having your middle here is just a little bit of an easier transition for them, but it blocks your view. Having the middle on the T line, harder transition, better view.
So middles, I want you to be aware if you are starting in here versus out here on the T,
You got a duck.
yeah, you either gotta duck or you gotta turn your body towards them so that they know that you're not passing.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of the way and turn to them, and then get ready. Or like you can, ideally, you're not going to the right because then you're taking yourself out of your approach. Go to the left,
Yeah.
turn to them, be like, I'm not passing.
Especially during like before this rotation, even you turn to your teammates in serve receive and say, I'm not passing. That's just fine. That's
Just sort
expected of
of,
you.
yeah. Only if you're like super confident you can cut it off and get a nice high enough pass for everyone to move, should you take that ball.
Yeah.
Cool. Setter in 5. But again, sorry, going back to this one, again, our left side's already hitting on the left side, our right side's already hitting on the right side. There's no need to switch. Cool. Setter in 5. Exact same thing. All of our positions are already chill. So we're here. Our L2, who's in 3, is going to actually push back to 5. So if you can see L2 up here in 3 is now in 5 over here passing. And then L1 and M1 stay the same. We're over here. Nice. So my right side is going to push back and get ready for any of those short serves. And then my setter's going to push up the M2 over here. Really important thing. If we can see over here that M1 and M and our setter are to the left of this left side, L2. So when this L2 comes over, you two, when you're stacked up at the net, have to be to the left of them, or else we're gonna get called out of rotation all the time.
Let's draw.
You're good now, yeah. Oh wait,
Hmm,
no.
this guy. So it should look like so.
Yeah, you gotta be to the left of them, even just like by a hair.
By an inch, as
Yeah.
long as the ref can see that.
So it's not like this where we have to, like I have to be fully to the left of him. I could be.
Uh,
It's just that your outside foot needs to be outside their outside foot, if that makes sense.
yes, yes.
Cool. Awesome. Another thing I didn't write out, but that's okay, is when you guys are stacked at the net, I'm actually going to write it right now. So if I have my middle and my setter, ooh,
S's are hard. It's a 5.
and oh
Sorry.
wait, no, that's it. I did not write that right. And my left side. Cool. So if we're in this situation, oh, that's actually not what it would be. Sorry, guys. Okay, I have my M, which is going to be an X. Now, there's never going to be a time where all three of you are stacked in the middle. Oh no, there is. There is. Yeah. Okay, anywho. Sorry. If you are a left side and you just got front row, just stay on your side. And then my setter will be over here, and then they'll get ready to move that way. Does that make sense?
Not sorry. This is when we're serving.
This is when we're serving. Sorry.
We can also go through this another time.
True.
We do it for you guys naturally when I tell you guys to go stack at the net when you're serving. It's just so you guys can switch to your offense or sorry, to your defensive spots a little faster.
Yeah.
At the net especially.
So if you're front row and we need to switch out and you're already in your position, just stay in your position. You don't need to stack in the middle. Just be there already in case there's a free ball or an overpass or anything. But if you do need to start on the opposite side of your middle, then you move over. But yeah, that is our explanations of, oh, that drawing is still there. Not rid of that.
Nice.
Sorry, we're learning as we go.
Once again, if you have a teacher that you like their online lessons,
Thanks.
please give them a high five.
But yeah, if you're ever confused and you need to go back to anything, this is where it is. You'll always have this recording of us talking in a really choppy, unconventional way. Um, but yeah, I hope this kind of helps clarify things. I'm also going to send some links of free ball transitioning and what that looks like so that it's kind of easier to see it happen on the court versus just us
Yeah,
talking
especially in the
in a
moment.
diagram. But yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you guys on Thursday. You guys are doing great. Today was an awesome first practice back after 3 weeks,
Yeah.
so don't be disheartened. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, don't stress. And as again, this kind of stuff is the stage after your guys' basic technique. So once we have basic technique, which we I think have already started, then we're looking into building our system, and then we're finally playing volleyball. So this is your last step before really understanding the game and then really developing your skills within the game that's supposed to be played. Does that make sense? Awesome.
Good job, guys.
Okay. Bye.